Hi, welcome to another tips and tricks video here on Dole of Wishes and Castle Dreams. We're so glad you could join us today. We are going to be heading to the Magic Kingdom. We're going to be reviewing one of their VIP tours, the Taste of the Magic Kingdom. Very excited about that, giving you the lowdown on that tour that I did. It was so much fun. If you like food, if you just like knowing more about Disney and how they work, this is a great tour to try. It is an extra cost on top of your park ticket, just to keep that in mind if you're looking to do something like this. And I believe there might be an age limit on it, that you have to be a certain age to go through with it. It is a bit of walking, but not more than you would do normally in the parks, so that one's not a big deal. You do have to wear closed-toed shoes though, so make sure you bring the right footwear. I forgot I had to borrow some shoes to do it, so make sure you've got that. But let's go ahead and jump right into the review. The tour starts at Tony's Town Square restaurant. This restaurant is located as soon as you come into the park. Over to your right, there's a restaurant. There's also a place where you kind of meet the characters. But Tony's is this great little restaurant tucked right near the front. A lot of people overlook it. The food is actually really good, and the reservation isn't hard to get if you even need one. So if you're looking for a last minute place to eat with good food, we recommend this restaurant. It, like I said, it's often overlooked because it's right at the beginning, and by the time people want to eat, that's not usually where they go. So if you're looking for something, we highly recommend that. We started here. They gave us these cute little pastries to begin with, and some coffee and water and juice before we started the tour, and to give us the spiel and all of that. It was Halloween time, so it was Halloween themed. I'm sure they switch it up during different times of the year. I think it would be fun to go and check that out. And like I said, it's near this cute little, they call it a theater. They actually have a couple places for you to meet characters. If you have ever been in there before, you've seen that, or you get to go, like in this picture, they were doing Tinkerbell and Mickey and Minnie. So you can go in there and check that out. They also start a lot of tours here. So if you're doing pretty much, I'm trying to think, well, the VIP Day of Thrills tour started over by in Liberty Square. But most of the other ones tend to start here. There's also a little gift shop too if you want to look around there. That's a lot of fun. As they were giving us the spiel, they also gave us these really cute VIP badges that we got to walk around with and keep. Just, you know, made us feel kind of special to have those and wear them around the park if you get a chance. Maybe you don't like that, I don't know, but I did. I enjoyed it. So we got our badges, and then they began the tour. Our tour guide was really knowledgeable, giving us a lot of tidbits about Disney and food and all that good stuff. Our first stop was at Casey's Corner. Love Casey's Corner. If you have a picky eater, you've probably eaten there a number of times. They make great hot dogs and some specialty hot dogs as well. Like, it's mostly hot dogs, but it's good hot dogs, and you gotta try it. Fun fact that I will share with you is it actually shares a kitchen with the Plaza restaurant that's across Main Street. There's a secret tunnel underneath that connects the two kitchens, so they can share like food and all that good stuff back and forth between the two without the guests noticing. And it was just a lot of fun. We actually got to walk through the kitchen. You can kind of see a little bit of it in my picture. We weren't allowed to take pictures backstage, which is a typical Disney rule. Anytime you take a VIP tour, any kind of tour, or go anywhere backstage at Disney for whatever reason, they don't allow you to take pictures back there, and they call backstage anywhere that guests aren't allowed usually. So anytime you're backstage, you can get in some serious trouble. They could take your camera or the picture to make sure the pictures are erased. They can kick you out for the day or even indefinitely. Maybe if you're a repeat offender. I don't know like what their qualifications for that are, but they are pretty strict about it. So lawyers get involved, it could get really messy. So I don't recommend ever doing that. So I didn't get any pictures backstage, but it was still really cool to walk through there and see the chefs working and how they did things. And it was just a lot of fun doing that. Next, we headed to Adventureland. And as we went, again, they just lots of info that they shared, and it was very food related because it was a food tour, but some other stuff sprinkled in there too, which is really neat. We did pass Club 33. That is a dream of mine one day. One day. Even just going in would be amazing to me. I can't, like, it's, yeah, I can't even, I don't know, somehow I'll get there. But we passed that on the way. Next, we went to the Skipper Canteen. I hadn't been there since they redid it, and new menu and kind of new theming and that kind of thing, where they tied it in with the Jungle Cruise, which is really cool. I love the Jungle Cruise. I know it's super cheesy, but again, cheese, food, hello, I can't. I just love it. So the fact that they tied this restaurant in so heavily to that ride, it's just amazing to me. I love it. We, instead of just being in the front, like main part of the restaurant, they actually took us back to the secret room. I know I put quotes because it's not super secret. Like, you can pretty much see it anytime you walk in there. But I love how you kind of go through the bookcase where the door is like kind of ajar. So like you go in there and they have the little book you're supposed to pull to open the door is Jungle Book, which is really cute. I love that detail. Disney just has so many amazing small details that you have no idea about half the time. Like that's one of the things I love about going to Disney. I've been there so many times, and like each time I find something new, or I learn something new, or I see something new. It's just like, you can't, I don't know how people get tired of it, because there's just always something to see and explore and do and eat. So they took us to this back room, but we finally got our food. I shouldn't say finally, because we've been eating like this whole time. Make sure you go hungry. Don't fill up on that breakfast pastry stuff they give you, okay? Because they're gonna give you so much food. It's so good. The chef came out and spoke to us about all the different things that they do and make and how they do it. And we got to try like just a little bit of kind of everything you can see there. And it was so good. And it's probably stuff I wouldn't have normally tried. But I'm glad that I did. It just opens up your horizons so much when you try new things. I highly encourage you to do that. I know sometimes or maybe you can't get to Disney as much as we go, and you're like, no, I need my favorites. And that's totally cool. I get that. Honestly, I have to get, oh, here's a picture, the Dole Whip every time, and I have to get churros every time. I understand. But if you have the opportunity to try new things, even things you think you might not like, Disney's really great about that. If you don't like it, just let them know. They're usually like, okay, they want to make you happy. So a lot of times they'll let you swap it out for something else, as long as you don't like eat the whole thing and then be like, I hated it, just don't be that guy. But if you're honest and you're like, hey, I tried it, didn't like it, can I get something else? A lot of times they'll bend over backwards to accommodate that. So really try those new things. There's so many great things at Disney to eat and drink that you don't want to get stuck just with the old favorites. Like, of course, enjoy those, but try the new things too, because the cooks really, and the chefs, I should say, really try hard to make dishes that are amazing, and they succeed because it was so good. So next we went to by Pirates of the Caribbean, Tortuga Tavern, into this little room, kind of off of the main room, and they gave us the typical turkey leg along with the Dole Whip, the iconic snacks from Disney, the Magic Kingdom. We got to do the turkey leg. This thing is ginormous. I hadn't had one since I was a little kid. It was a little salty, and so, kind of like me. Some people don't like them. Some people love them. I think it's like a love-hate. I don't know. But I'm kind of probably won't get them again, at least for a while, because it was enough. but some people love them. So if you love them or hate them, whatever, they're there, and they're huge, which I love that they're huge. Just I would get one just because of how huge they are. I don't know, I'm weird like that. I also found this cute little spot. I don't normally do selfies, but I had to take this one. It's back by kind of in between Tortuga Tavern and Adventureland. So like there's just this little spot, and it's usually pretty quiet, and it's so pretty. So I had to get a picture there. And again, the details inside are just so incredible. I love them. We ended our tour at Diamond Horseshoe. This is a restaurant that's usually not open in the slower months. They typically only open it during the busy times when they need more seating for bigger crowds. So especially like now when COVID hits and the park numbers are low, it's not one that's open. I mean, I know a lot of restaurants aren't open, but this is one of the first that would get closed when the crowd numbers are low. But we got to go in there, and again, the chef came out and she gave us an amazing spread. There was just, again, there's so much good food, and it's stuff that I wouldn't normally try. Like, I'm pretty adventurous, but I don't know, there's certain things that I know that I'll like that I haven't tried yet, and I'll usually try those first versus things I'm not quite sure if I'll like. So I'm more hesitant. If there's something else I haven't tried yet that I know I'll like, I'll go with that first. So that's why I loved this tour, because it was stuff that I wasn't sure if I'd like, but I tried it and it was really good, and I'm glad that I did. And this is one of those things. She came out and spoke to us for a while. It was really cool. Here's a little clip of her sharing with us.
How's everyone doing? Getting full? Alright, so as you mentioned, my name is Ana Rivera. I'm one of the sous chefs for Diamond Horseshoe in our sister restaurant, Liberty Tree Tavern, which is literally next door. We share the same culinary team, including the same chef. Okay? Right in front of you, you are enjoying one of our entree salads that we have, entrees that we have for lunch only over at Liberty Tree Tavern. It is our colony salad. You have Washington apples, smoked cheddar, cranberries, candied walnuts that we put in house. And the best part, which I was just telling you about it, it is our honey roasted charlotte vinegar. If I could drink it, I would. It's not very healthy for some reason.
It was so neat to get to speak to the chefs. I love talking to people that work at Disney. I think the people that work at Disney are so amazing. They work so hard. They bring so much magic. Like, honestly, you want to know where Disney magic comes from? It comes from the cast members. They're the ones that bring the magic every day. And so getting to talk to the chef was just, well, two chefs actually, it was just such a great experience. Again, highly recommend this tour if you love food or if you love behind the scenes stuff about Disney. This is something you're not gonna want to miss. And again, make sure you come hungry, because they give you a ton of food. You get to try a ton of things, and you get to see the backstage, behind the scenes, how it all comes together, and it's pretty impressive. So I hope you enjoyed this review of the Taste of the Magic Kingdom VIP tour. Almost as much as I love going on it, I don't think you could love it more though, because it was perfect. It was perfection for me and what I love. And so if you haven't done it yet, definitely put it on your to-do list. If you have done it, go ahead and comment below some of your thoughts on it. I'd love to hear from you. Also, be sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already, and tap that bell so you know anytime a new video comes up, you will be notified. You don't want to miss it. Stuff like this. We also do some copycat recipe videos for those times where you're craving Disney food like I do all the time, but you can't get to the parks. We show you how to make those goodies at home, and we do some other tips and tricks like this, as well as some Disney crafts if you're feeling crafty, or if you're trying to figure out ways to keep it together until your next Disney vacation, or you want some Disney decor at home. We have we've got great crafts stuff to do to fill in your time and make it Disney at home. We've got those. So again, you're gonna want to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell so you don't miss any of our episodes. We love you all. We appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for stopping by, and we hope to see you real soon.